Hi, I'm Michelle. Welcome back to Finally Revealed. I had a Twitter exchange today with a great columnist. Her name is Paula Spann, and she works for the New York Times. I had reacted to an article that she had written in New York Times Health. The article was about problems that people are having when they try to present their durable power of attorney to financial institutions to help with financial activities for their family members. And in particular, she's talking about problems that people encounter. Number one, when the power of attorney is older, okay, so it has been many years since it was executed compared to the date that it's presented to the bank. And number two, with regard to the format of the power of attorney. I have a couple of videos about powers of attorney and one including durable powers of attorney, so you can check those out for what we're talking about here. But one thing that I don't know that I mentioned, and I need to mention in view of her article, is that each state has different rules. Do not print random documents off the internet, put them in a drawer, and wait 6 years and then try to use them when grandma has bad dementia. That is not a good plan. Go to an attorney in your jurisdiction, make sure the power of attorney is valid, make sure it meets the statutory requirements. Then also have the attorney write a letter. If you know grandma's signing the power of attorney, you know where her banks are. Write a letter to her banks and say, I'm writing as an introduction, attached is a power of attorney that I prepared pursuant to Ohio law or whatever applies. And it is being presented to you by the person who is given the power under the document. That will help smooth the way. Look, the banks are not trying to strong arm people or being fussy about signing their particular form. And that's what the article said, was that these people are encountering roadblocks because they're being asked to sign the form of the bank versus the one that they are presenting. But I noted in the article there was a great deal of time that transpired between the time these documents were executed and when they were trying to use them, possibly for the first time. And the other thing was there was no mention about who prepared these documents. And so it leaves it wide open for people trying to do them themselves. And that was actually suggested, that some people were trying to do these themselves. In response to my response to the article, the author wrote to me and she said, well, they shouldn't have to pay attorney's fees to deal with this, and there should be some legislation or fines against the banks. And I explained, look, banks provide forms in certain situations, including sometimes powers of attorney, as a convenience, and a convenience for their depositors, and also as a convenience for the bank, because if they have a document that they have created, their attorneys have made sure it complies with the state law where they're located and they're proper to be used, meaning that the bank can rely on it. And that's what this is about. You don't want your money to be ripped off, is stolen from your bank based upon some random document. Neither does the bank. But banks have a vested interest in protecting themselves as well, because if they let the money go out the door, you're going to be coming back and barking at them. Likewise, you're going to be banks are concerned that they have the proper personnel on the front lines, at the teller lines or customer service to deal with these issues. And those people are not attorneys, and they have to have the necessary information in order to evaluate whether the document that you're presenting is correct or not. They don't have time when you walk in to go all the way up to the main office or outside counsel and examine your individual document. So they provide their own documents. Now, in the case where somebody has diminished or has lost capacity, and you're relying on the durable power of attorney, and it was executed with the necessary formalities and it complies with your state law, they're going to accept it. So it's going to take just a little bit of time to identify where the document came from and who prepared it, and get to the right person to have it be approved. This is not something that people should have a knee-jerk reaction. You need to understand what the elements are that are required. And the article went on to say that banks should be fined if they don't just take our documents, whatever we bring into them. Well, that's really nice. I can see the bank then saying, great, Joe Blow, who presents this to me, give me your name and address, and we'll have you indemnify the bank if anything on here is incorrect. Are you going to just sign that? No. So you need to have some consideration both ways. But the reason that they provide the forms is for a convenience. If you're going to present your own document, which I recommend that you do with your attorney, the cost of doing a letter is not going to be exorbitant, and it should be included with the power of attorney. And all of this should be perfectly easy to take care of. So I hope this was helpful to you. I hope it helps somebody who might have a power of attorney somewhere in the drawer, and grandma or mom and dad are getting older. Dig it out, look at it, take it. If you printed it off the internet, that's your problem. You need to take it to somebody to make sure it complies with where they're living, and just take care of it now. It'll save you a lot of time later. When people start going downhill, there's a lot of things to take care of, and it's really hard to do that, and it's emotional. So if you can take care of some of these business type issues in advance, clear the path, you'll be further ahead, and you can focus on more important issues. I hope this was helpful to you. I think that the article was great, and that it really raised the issue and brought it to light, and now I'm bringing it to you, so hopefully I can prevent some heartache and some aggravation by some people. Also noted in the article was the fact of an attorney here in my jurisdiction who said, look, we've never had to sue the bank over something like this. You need to just get it to the right person. So I want to help you so that you can help yourself and you can help your relatives and not have this problem happen at all. So if this was helpful, let us know. If you'd like to be notified as a subscriber, you can be notified as to when our new videos come out. So click the subscribe button. Or if you're interested just in knowing when they come out, you can follow us on Twitter at FinelyRevealed, or like us on Facebook. And in any event, check back here and in our playlist for the other videos. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.